We're all glad to see you.
Yes, only we thought it was to be tomorrow night. Tomorrow night?
What? No. Now, it's perfectly all right. Just come on in and make yourselves...
Tony, how can you possibly?
I don't know. I thought...
Really, Tony, this is most embarrassing.
Not at all. Why? We weren't doing anything.
No, it's a quiet evening at home.
That's all. Now, don't let it bother you. Look, this is Miss Sycamore, Alice's mother, over there at the typewriter.
How do you do?
And this is Alice's sister, Mrs. Carmichael. Mr. Carmichael over there. Miss Cohenthal. Oh, yes, and Mr. DePitt.
How do you do?
Oh, don't mind my costume. I'll go and take it right off.
Mr. DePitt, come here. Would you go and tell Mr. Sycamore to come right up? Tell him that Mr. and Mrs. Kirby are here for him.
And be sure to put his pants on.
All right. Excuse me.
Mrs. Kirby, would you please sit down?
Thank you. I'll tell Alice that you're, Alice! Alice here. What is it? I have a surprise for you, darling. Come down, please.
Miss Kirby, may I take your wrap?
Oh, thank you. If you're perfectly sure that we're not...
Oh, don't be alarmed, Mrs. Kirby. They're perfectly harmless.
Thank you.
Ed, come here, please. Take him into the kitchen. Thank you.
Of course, we're just so used to them around the house. Sorry, but snakes happen to be,
Tony, I feel very uncomfortable about this. How could you possibly do such a thing?
I don't know. I thought it was supposed to be tonight.
It was a very careless thing of you to do, very.
Oh, now anybody can make a mistake, Mr. Kirby.
Why, yes. A penny. How about some dinner for these nice folks? That's what they've come for, you know, is dinner.
Oh, please don't trouble yourselves. We're really not hungry at all. Oh, it won't be any bother at all. Ed, could you tell Donna to run down to G&P and get half a dozen bottles of beer and some canned salmon. Do you like canned salmon, Mr. Kirby?
Oh, please don't trouble Miss Sycamore. I have a little indigestion anyways.
Oh, I'm sorry. How about you, Mrs. Kirby? Do you like canned salmon? Oh, I'm very fond of it. You can have frankfurters if you'd rather. Either one will do. Well, make that frankfurters and some canned corn and Campbell soup. Got that?
Yeah.
And tell her to hurry.
All right.
The A&P is just around the corner, and frankfurters don't take any time to boil.
And this is Alice's father, Mr. Sycamore, Mr. and Mrs. Kirby. I hope you'll forgive my appearance.
This is Mr. Sycamore's busiest time of year. Around the 4th of July, he always... Oh.
Darling, I'm the most dull-witted person in the world. I thought it was tonight.
Why, Tommy, I can't imagine. Have you all met each other?
Indeed.
How do you do, Alice? Oh, how do you do, Mrs. Kirby? I'm afraid I'm not very presentable.
Darling, you look lovely.
Of course she does. Don't let this trouble you, my dear. We've all just spent a night sooner, that's all.
Of course. But I was planning such a nice party for tomorrow night.
Well, we'll come again tomorrow night.
There you are, Alice. Am I forgiven?
Yes, I guess so. Oh, we better see about getting you all some dinner. Oh, that's all done, Alice. That's been attended to. But Mother, Mr. Kirby suffers from indigestion and he can only eat certain things.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right.
Of course it is, darling.
I asked him what he wanted, Alice. Well, Mother...
No, it's not as serious as all that, just because I have a little indigestion.
Perhaps it is not indigestion at all, Mr. Kirby. Perhaps you have stomach ulcers. Don't be absurd, Mrs. Kirby.
And now, Mr. Kirby, you mustn't mind Miss Cohenthal. You see, she is a Russian, and Russians are inclined to think on the darker side of things.
Yes, I am a Russian, but my friend, a Russian, dies from stomach ulcers.
Really odd.
Please, Mrs. Cohenthal, Mr. Kirby just suffers from indigestion, and that's all. All right, let them wait. Well...
Mr. Kirby, would you please come over here and sit down with us? Make yourself comfortable. Thank you. Tell me, Mr. Kirby, how are business conditions? Are we pretty well out of the depression?
What? Yes, certainly I think so.
But you suppose that things are just going to keep on improving, right?
Well, broadly speaking, yes. Actually, industry is operating at 64% to full capacity as compared to 82% in 1925. Of course, in 1929...
Well, you know, in 1992... That might seem strange to all people, but you see, she's not quite accountable for her actions. She's a friend of Miss Sycamore's and came to dinner, but was overcome by heat.
Yes, you know, it affects some people more than others. Perhaps I'd better go check on her. Well, it is awfully hot. Oh, you usually escape all this hot weather, don't you, Mrs. Kirby, other maid? As a rule. I had to come down this week, however, for the flower show.
Mother was misstepped to the world. That blue ribbon is the high spot of her year.
I won a ribbon at a flower show once for raising onions. Remember, Alice? That was a garden show, Essie. Oh, well, yes. I think she'll be okay now. Has Donna come back yet? No, she hasn't. Oh. Well, the A&P is just around the corner. I'm sure it won't be any time at all now. You all must be starved.
Oh no, it's all right. Hello, what's this? I didn't know there were children in the house.
Oh no, that's mine.
Well, I suppose every man has his hobby, or do you use this as a model of some kind?
No, I just play with it.
I see.
Maybe you'd be better off if you had a hobby like that, Dad, instead of raising orchids.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, do tell us about your orchids, Mr. Kirby. You know, some take 6 years before they blossom. Think of that.
Oh, I've had one that I've been waiting 10 years for.
Well, believe it or not, I was waiting on an orchid.
Oh, yes. Well, but during that time, they require the most scrupulous of care.
Oh, Donna. Oh, here we are. Did you get everything, Donna?
Yes, ma'am, but they didn't have frankenfurters, so I got pickled pig's feet.
But just bring everything into the kitchen. Mr. Kirby, tell them all about your orchids. I'm sure that they would love to hear it. Excuse me.
Kind of an expensive hobby, don't you think, Mr. Kirby? Raising orchids?
Well, I suppose if one hobby gives one man sufficient pleasure, it's never really that expensive.
That's very true.
Yes, I need something to relieve the daily strain. After a week of Wall Street, I'd go crazy if I didn't have something like that. I know men who have yachts for that very reason.
Why don't they just give up on Wall Street?
How's that?
Oh, I was just joking. Gotcha.
I think it's important for everyone to have a hobby. Of course, it's more to me than a hobby, but my great solace is spiritualism. Spiritualism? Now, Mrs. Kirby, everybody knows that's a fake. To me, Mrs. Sycamore, spiritualism is, well, I would rather not discuss it, Mrs. Sycamore.
Now, Penny, you have one or two hobbies of your own.
Yes, but not silly ones.
I don't think it much matters what the hobby is. The important thing is to have one.
To be ideal. A hobby should improve the body as well as the mind. They don't make but a great people. Why? What was their hobby? Wrestling! In wrestling, you must think quick with the mind and not quick with the body.
Yes, but I'm afraid most of us wouldn't make a very good showing as a wrestler. As myself, of course.
You could be great wrestler, you're built for it, look!
Oh, Mr. Kirby, are you hurt?
Where are my glasses?
Oh, here they are, Mr. Kirby. They're broken.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Kirby, but of course, next time you wrestle, you will not be wearing glasses.
I do not intend to wrestle again, Miss Oliver.
You better sit down, Father.
Mrs. Colcott, how can you do such a thing? Why did anybody stop her? I think that if you don't mind, perhaps we'd best be going.
Mother.
Oh, please don't go, Mrs. Kirby. Oh, Mr. Kirby, please don't go. I've ordered you some plain salad and eggs, so just please don't go.
Listen, I'm sorry if I did something wrong, and I apologize.
I am awfully sorry, Mr. Kirby. If I would have been here.
Oh, it's all right.
Of course it is, darling. We're not going.
Well, that was exciting for a minute, wasn't it?
Mr. Kirby, you were talking about your orchids. Do you raise many different varieties?
I've quite forgotten about my orchids, Mr. Vanderhoff.
I am awfully sorry, Mr. Kirby.
What did I do that was so wrong? I threw him on the ground. Did it kill him? No, I do not think so.
Please, Mrs. Colcott. I'd best go check on dinner. Excuse me. Would you like some candy while you're waiting, Mr. Kirby? I've got some freshly made.
My doctor does not permit me to eat candy. Thank you.
But these are nothing, Mr. Kirby. Just coconut and marshmallow and fudge. Don't, Essie. Oh, well.
Miss Alice.
What is it?
All the eggs fell down the sink.
Make some more, quick.
I ain't got any more.
We'll send Donna out for some.
Whatever.
There will be a little delay, but everything will be ready in a moment.
I've certainly put you people to a lot of trouble with my stupidity.
No, not at all.
Look, why don't we all play a game?
some sort of operating.
Yes, I think that'd be fine.
Mother, I don't think Mr. and Mrs.
Ooh!
Kirby would...
I know a wonderful trick with a glass of water!
Sit down, Miss Collingwood. Please sit down.
But this game is perfectly harmless. I'm sure Mr. and Mrs. Kirby would love it.
I'm not very good at games, Miss Sycamore.
Oh, but any fool could play this game, Mr. Kirby. See, all you do is write your name on a piece of paper.
Mother, what is this game?
Oh, I used to play it all the time in school. It's called Forget-Me-Not. See, I'm just going to call out 5 words, anything at all, and you're going to write down the first thing that comes to your mind. For instance, I might say grass, and you might put down green. It's just whatever you think of, see? Or I might say table, and you might put down chair. It's just whatever comes to your mind. It shows the reactions that people have to different things. Do you understand?
Come on, Father, be a sport.
Very well, I shall be happy to play.
You see, Alice, he does want to play.
Well,
Okay, is everybody ready? Ready! Now remember, you must play fair. Put down the first word that comes to your mind. Okay, everyone ready? The first word is potatoes. Potatoes. Everybody got it? The next word is bathroom. Bathroom. All ready? Ready, go ahead. Okay. The next word is life.
Mother, that's not all right.
Nonsense, Alice. That word is perfectly fine.
It is not. Oh, I don't know. Seems to me that's a perfectly fair word.
You see, Alice, now you mustn't interrupt the game.
May I have that last word again, please, Miss Sycamore?
Lust,
I've
Mr.
got it.
Kirby. All right, everybody ready? The next word is honeymoon. Now, Essie. Okay, everybody ready? The last word is sex. Everybody got sex? Okay, now let me have your papers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can I have your paper, Mr. Kirby? Thank you.
So, what happens now?
Well, now this is the best part. I read out your reactions.
I see it really is quite an interesting game.
Yes, it shows the reactions that people have to different things. I knew you would like it, Mr. Kirby. And in fact, I will read your paper first. Everybody listen, I am going to read Mr. Kirby's paper first. Are you ready? This is Mr. Kirby. Potatoes. Steak. That is a wonderful answer, Mr. Kirby. It just goes so well together.
Thank you, I just happened to think of it.
It was really a wonderful answer. Bathroom. Toothpaste. That's great, Mr. Kirby. Lust. Unlawful. Honeymoon. Trip. Sex. Male. Yeah, that's Mr. Kirby. That is a wonderful paper.
I see it really is quite an interesting game, isn't it? It's more of an experiment on psychology.
Yes, it shows just how your mind works. And now we'll see how Mrs. Kirby's mind works. Everybody listen, this is Mrs. Kirby. Ready? Potatoes. Starch. I know just what you mean, Mrs. Kirby. Bathroom. Mr. Kirby.
What's up?
I just thought of you in connection with it is all, Anthony. I mean, after all, you are in there a good deal, bathing and shaving. Well, you do take a long time.
Indeed. I didn't realize I was being selfish in the matter. Do go on, Miss Sycamore.
The next word was lust, Mr. Kirby.
Oh.
And Mrs. Kirby's response was lust, human.
Human? Really, Miriam?
I just meant, Anthony, that lust is, after all, a human emotion.
I do not agree with you, Miriam. Lust is not a human emotion. It is depraved.
Very well, Anthony, I'm wrong.
This is a very silly game, and I think that we ought to stop it.
Yes.
No, I find this game rather interesting. Go on, Miss Sycamore.
The next word was honeymoon.
And what was her answer?
Honeymoon. Dull.
Did you say dull?
What I meant, Anthony, was that Hot Springs was not very gay that season. All those old people sitting on the lunch all afternoon and nothing to do at night.
That was not your reaction as the time, as I recall it.
Father, this is only a game.
A very illuminating game. Go on, Miss Sycamore.
Play 20 questions instead.
Yes.
Go on.
Oh, okay. Oh, this one's all right, Mr. Kirby. Sets Wall Street.
What does that mean, Miriam?
I don't know what it means, Anthony. Nothing.
Well, it must have been something or you wouldn't have written it down.
It was just the first thing that came into my head. That's all.
Well, what does that mean? Sex, Wall Street.
Oh, I don't know what it means, Anthony. It's just that you're always going on about Wall Street, even during... Never mind. I don't know what it means. Would you mind terribly, Alice, if we left early? I'm afraid this game is giving me a terrible headache.
Yes, perhaps we better postpone this dinner until another time.
But you're coming tomorrow night, aren't you?
I'm afraid we have a previous engagement tomorrow night.
Perhaps we better postpone this whole affair.
Father, I think we're being very ungrateful. Of course we're staying to dinner. Tonight.
No, Tony.
What?
We were forced to do work. It won't.
Alice, what are you talking about?
Mr. Kirby, I won't be at the office tomorrow. In fact, I won't be there at all.
Darling, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry, my dear, and I understand.
Well, I don't.
Are you coming, Muriel?
Yes, Anthony.
Coming, Cody.
No, I'm not.
Very well. We'll be waiting at home. Good night.
Good night.
Stay right where you are, everybody. Don't move.
What is all this?
I demand an
Keep your
explanation!
mouth shut, you. Which one is it?
This seems rather high-handed to me, officer. What's this all about?
Oh my goodness, Jason! What have you done?
I haven't done anything. What is the meaning of this?
What's the boy done, officer?
That really to the cellar? Yes, it does.
Yeah.
May, June, take a look upstairs, see what you can find.
Yes, ma'am.
You, come here.
Hey,
Sit down.
what is this about? I didn't do anything. I'm just an innocent bystander. I swear I didn't do anything. No.
You ever see these before?
They're my circulars, yeah.
So you print this stuff, huh?
I didn't mean anything. I just put them in our candy.
Stick them into boxes of chocolate to get them into people's homes. The love dreams!
But I didn't mean anything.
You didn't, huh? Dynamite the White House. Dynamite the Capitol. Dynamite the Supreme Court. God is the state. The state is God.
But I didn't mean anything. I just like to print. Don't I, Grandpa?
Now, officer, the government's in no danger from Ed. He just likes to print. That's all. Printing is just his hobby. He prints everything. That's all.
He does, eh? I never heard of such nonsense.
Hey, let me get my pipe. Will you just let me get my pipe?
Shut up, you. We were right, Chief. They've got enough gunpowder down there to blow up the whole city.
Now look here, officer. This is all nonsense.
Shut up!
You barely know